The 5 minute a day challenge. It's not the time that you spend, it's building up consistency, doing it every single day. That is what's going to help you improve your language skills. I'm an English coach, and this is the challenge I developed to help my students improve their English language skills. One of the biggest complaints that I hear from students is they just do not have the time nor the energy to practice their English language skills every day. Which leads me to the question that I always ask my students. Can you promise yourself that you can spend at least 5 minutes per day practicing your language skills? So, what does that look like? What does that mean? Spend 5 minutes per day. There are three main rules to this challenge. You must practice using the language which you're studying. Spend at least 5 minutes per day. It's not time that's important right now, it's building up consistency. Consistency is the actual goal. Have fun, because honestly, no one's going to spend day after day doing something consistently if it doesn't interest, inspire, or excite them. Using the language. What does that mean? When you're studying a language, you're using one of the four skills, either reading, writing, listening, or speaking. Okay, but how? So I suggest you choose whichever one of the four skills that you're most comfortable with. So if you feel more confident writing, choose that. Write a journal entry every day. You can write about your day. Once you've written about your day, read it aloud. When you make that combination of writing a journal entry and then reading it aloud, you're now engaging in three of the four skills: writing, reading, and listening. If you're more comfortable reading something, read, then read it again, but this time read it aloud. Video record or voice record, play it back afterwards and listen to what they've just read. Maybe you love music, TV, podcast, movies. What I would do is watch and listen, gather the information that you've understood from what you've just consumed, and then taking it a step further, pretend you're going to explain it to a friend. Record yourself speaking, whether it's a voice or a video. It's a great way to keep a history of your progress, because that's another key. We often forget how far we've come and we just look and compare ourselves to others. So it's really important to keep a record, because you shouldn't be in competition with anybody else but yourself. I just want to address why speaking is so important. Traditionally, in language classes, we are not given enough time to practice speaking. It's one thing to know about a language, it's one thing to understand what's being said, but when it comes to communication, speaking is one of the most crucial parts of learning a language. Connecting your brain to your mouth. And I'm sure we've all been there, where we kind of know what we're thinking and what we want to say, it just isn't coming through. So maybe you're one of those who has spent hours per week pouring into your language journey. And if you're feeling very frustrated, it's probably because you do not spend enough time speaking with it. No matter which activity you choose or which skill you choose to focus on, speaking is the most important skill that you can use in your language journey. It is active, it is real, and it'll help your brain connect the dots, because there is nothing worse than knowing or wanting to say something and not being able to get it out of your mouth. So I'm going to say something pretty controversial. You don't need grammar books. You don't need perfect sentences, but you do need to show up every single day for at least 5 minutes to build consistency and your confidence. And don't forget, enjoy it. Enjoy the journey. That's how you're going to grow in your language journey. So, are you ready to take the challenge? Start today. Your 5 minutes begins now. If you're ready to build your confidence and really study a language, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what's your favorite way to study a language?